your CIGTV News update, I'm Donna Bush. Our top story, less than 3 days remain for persons to take advantage of the amnesty being offered by the Immigration Department. The amnesty for certain immigration crimes began on the 1st of August and will end Friday the 31st of August at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. In any of the four scenarios listed below, foreign nationals can leave the Cayman Islands during the amnesty period without fear of prosecution. These include persons who are residing illegally in the Cayman Islands, for example, individuals without a valid work permit or any other lawful permission to remain in these islands. Employers who may cancel permits for employees for whom they have no work. Similarly, employees who are employed on a valid work permit but whose employers no longer have full-time employment for them may cancel their work permit. Also, workers who are not working for the employer named on their work permit will be allowed the opportunity to depart voluntarily. Now, workers who have reached the end of their term limit but who have not left the islands, and persons visiting the islands who have not sought a visitor's extension to remain beyond the time authorized upon arrival are also included in the amnesty. Persons who are in the islands illegally and wish to leave should simply make an airline reservation and depart during the amnesty period. Persons are residing in the islands but unsure of their immigration status may seek confirmation from the Immigration Department. After the amnesty concludes, the DOI will actively pursue these persons who remain and continue to commit immigration offenses. In other news, Sports Minister, the Honorable Juliana O'Connor Connolly, became the first volunteer for the upcoming 48th annual Carifta Games. The minister volunteered in the sponsorship category. Carifta Games will bring together 500 athletes from some 26 countries, Caribbean countries that is, for 4 days right here in the Cayman Islands next year. Stay tuned to CIGTV for more details on the Cayman Islands hosting the region's foremost athletics meet. In our final story, the family of a local toddler has raised hundreds of dollars in donations for high-risk babies. The Health Services Authority revealed today that birthday guest of toddler Adelaide Marin recently helped her family raise funds for newborns who need intensive medical attention. To celebrate Adelaide's first birthday over the summer, her mother, Janae Marin, felt it would be nice to give back to the Neonatal Intensive Care Unit, or NICU, at the Cayman Islands Hospital, where Adelaide spent her first 23 days. Janae requested donations for the NICU at Adelaide's first birthday party, and friends and family happily delivered. Among those who donated were the parents of Heart Hero baby Nolan Evans, who lost his fight with a congenital heart defect earlier this year at the age of 7 months. Adelaide and Nolan were neighbors in the NICU at the Cayman Islands Hospital, both fighting health difficulties after being born prematurely. Now, approximately $650 worth of gifts was donated to the NICU, and a check for $1,360 was donated in memory of Nolan to the Cayman Heart Fund. For more information on the Cayman Islands Hospital NICU unit and maternity services, you can contact the maternity unit at 244-2841 or 2842. For more information on Cayman Heart Fund, you can give them a call at 916-6324, that's 916-6324, or email info@caymanheartfund.com. As always, if you missed today's news update, you can go to the Cayman Islands Government Facebook page as well as the CIG Television YouTube channel. For now, I'm Donna Bush, as always, wishing you a wonderful and a safe night and hoping you'll join us back here again tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye for now. Did you know that planning permission is required for a shed? Did you know you should check with the department, as a planning and permit application may be required? Did you know planning permission is required to clear land by mechanical means? You should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required.
Boating, fishing, and water sports in the Cayman Islands are great, but keep a cool head. Here are 7 tips for fun and safe sea outings. Number 1. Use a checklist to plan your outing. Check the weather forecast, make a float plan, and share it with someone who is remaining on land, stating where you're going, with whom, and when you're expected to return. Visit your nearest marine supply store to get your safety gear. This includes signaling mirrors, whistles, and a flare kit. It's also very important to have onboard flotation devices and life vests for each person. There are different types of vests. Some are for water sport activities such as snorkeling, and others are for going on offshore boating or on fishing trips. Number 2. These items can be lifesavers in case of an accident or bad weather. Number 3. Use a motor kill switch, especially if you're boating alone. In case of a leak or breakdown, always stay with the boat until help arrives. If you capsize, an emergency beacon or locator device can send a distress signal to inform the authorities of your location. Larger flares will indicate distress to a boat, airplane, or search and rescue officials. Number 4. In addition to sunscreen, food, and beverages, it would be smart to have a cell phone. Make sure your marine radio works. Cayman boaters use Channel 16 to communicate. Number 5. Also, don't forget your anchor and sufficient rope. Number 6. Boat operators should be familiar with the local waters and reefs, as well as the capabilities and functions of the vessels they are using. Always obey the rules of the sea and the marine environment, and have courtesy for others. Number 7. Alcohol and salt water do not mix, especially if you're the captain. Some useful contact numbers are 911. The RCIPS Marine Base is 649-7710, and the Port Authority is 949-2055. Smooth sailing, all!
Did you know that planning permission is required for an addition, alteration, or any material change to your house? The 10% rule no longer exists. Did you know you should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required?
The Esterly-Tibbetts Highway 3-lane roundabout is ready for drivers. It's time to make sure you know how to use it. First, know which exit you need to take. Pay attention to lane arrows and signs. Make sure you use your signal to change lanes or exit the roundabout. To turn left, you always approach in the left-hand lane and indicate left. To drive straight ahead, you need to be looking out for signs and road markings indicating which lane to use. Get in one of the lanes marked with a straight-through arrow. If turning right, you must use the right-hand lane and indicate accordingly. To use the roundabout safely, remember these 3 tips. Know your exit, pick your lane, and signal to make your turn.
Did you know your mailing address details on your land register must be up to date in order to receive notices on new development which may impact you? Visit Lands and Survey Department to check your mailing address is correct. Did you know that walls, fences located along the road require planning permission no matter the height? You should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required.